Have you ever looked up at a clear night sky, far from city lights, and felt a sense of wonder wash over you? In those quiet moments, the universe seems to open up, inviting us to ask questions as old as humanity itself. The darkness above is scattered with countless stars, some twinkling, some steady, a cosmic invitation to wonder. Each point of light is a mystery, a distant sun with its own story, waiting to be discovered. For as long as we've existed, we've gazed upward, asking, how far away are those lights? What are they made of? Could there be other worlds circling those distant suns? And just how big is the universe? Is there an edge, or does it go on forever, beyond what we can even imagine? These questions connect us to our ancestors, who drew constellations and told stories about the heavens. Their myths and legends were inspired by the same sky we see today. Today, with powerful telescopes and the language of mathematics, we still feel the same awe. Our tools have changed, but our curiosity remains. The night sky is a time machine. The starlight we see began its journey long before us, crossing unimaginable distances to reach our eyes. We're looking into the past, seeing ancient light from distant suns, light that began its journey millions, even billions of years ago. The scale of the cosmos is so vast, our minds struggle to grasp it. Galaxies upon galaxies, stretching farther than we can see, fill the universe. To understand, we need a new sense of scale, one that lets our imaginations soar beyond the familiar, into realms where distances and timescales defy ordinary experience. The universe challenges us to expand our minds, to accept numbers so large they seem unreal, and to recognize our tiny place within its grandeur. Yet, in that smallness, we find connection to something vast and beautiful. So let's begin our journey, from Earth, outward into the cosmic ocean, ready to explore the mysteries that await us. This is not just a tour of space, but a recalibration of our sense of self and our place in the cosmos. As we travel outward, we'll discover not only the universe, but also ourselves. The universe is waiting. Let's open our minds to its vastness and embrace the endless questions that fill the sky. Our journey begins right here at home, on Earth, a small, blue, water-covered world that orbits the Sun along with 7 other major planets. Earth is unique in our solar system, teeming with life and wrapped in a thin atmosphere that protects and sustains us. At the center of it all is the Sun, a massive glowing ball of hot gas that dominates our solar system, holding more than 99.8% of its total mass. Its gravity keeps every planet, moon, asteroid, and comet in orbit. Earth orbits at a distance of 1 astronomical unit, or AU, about 150 million kilometers away from the Sun. This distance is just right for liquid water to exist, making life possible. The planets are spread out at vast distances. Mercury is less than half an AU from the Sun. Jupiter, the largest planet, is over 5 AU away. And Neptune, the most distant major planet, orbits at 30 AU. Light from the Sun, traveling at nearly 300,000 kilometers per second, takes over 4 hours to reach Neptune's orbit. To imagine these distances, if the Sun were the size of a grapefruit, Earth would be a tiny grain of sand sitting 15 meters away from it, barely visible at that scale. Neptune, on this same scale, would be another grain of sand, but it would be over half a kilometer distant, almost out of sight. Most of the solar system is actually empty space, with planets and other objects separated by enormous dark distances. Beyond Neptune lies the Kuiper Belt, a vast region filled with icy bodies, dwarf planets like Pluto, and countless frozen remnants from the solar system's formation. Farther still, the mysterious Oort cloud may extend nearly a light year from the Sun, marking the true edge of our solar system and the boundary with interstellar space. On our grapefruit scale, the Oort cloud would stretch for thousands of kilometers, far beyond anything we can easily imagine. This vast and complex system is our starting point, a tiny island of matter in a sea of emptiness. Yet, when we zoom out to see the true vastness of space, our entire solar system is just a tiny speck barely noticeable in the endless expanse of the universe. Let's leave our solar system behind for a moment and set our sights on the stars, other suns scattered like glittering jewels across a near-perfect vacuum. The distances between these stars are so immense that we measure them in light years. The distance light travels in a year, which is about 9.5 trillion kilometers, or nearly 6 trillion miles. The closest star to us, Proxima Centauri, sits 4.24 light-years away, still unimaginably far. The light we see from Proxima Centauri tonight actually left that star over 4 years ago, traveling across the void to reach our eyes. Even our fastest spacecraft like Voyager would need tens of thousands of years to make the journey to our nearest stellar neighbor. If we imagine the Sun as a grapefruit, the next grapefruit, representing the nearest star, would be in another city, about 20,700 kilometers away, a distance you could cross by plane in several hours, but which light crosses in years. That's the vast emptiness of interstellar space, a nearly perfect vacuum with only the faintest traces of matter between stars. Proxima Centauri is our closest neighbor, but most stars are much farther away, scattered across the galaxy. Sirius, the brightest star in our night sky, is over 8 light-years away. Vega is 25 light-years distant, and Polaris, the North Star, is a staggering 433 light-years from Earth. The light from Polaris began its journey centuries ago, long before many modern civilizations even existed. The space between stars is like a vast, dark ocean, silent, cold, and almost unimaginably empty. Our solar system is just a tiny island floating in this immense cosmic sea, surrounded by darkness and distant lights. And the stars we see twinkling above us are only the nearest beacons, their light bridging the gulf of space to reach us. Our solar system is part of a much larger structure, the Milky Way galaxy. That faint band of light across the sky is our view from within its disk, home to hundreds of billions of stars. The Milky Way is about 100,000 light-years across. Light takes 100,000 years to cross it. The disk is about 1,000 light-years thick, bulging in the center around a supermassive black hole. Our Sun is in the galactic suburbs, 27,000 light-years from the center, on a minor spiral arm. We orbit the galaxy every 230 million years, a cosmic year. If our solar system were the size of a quarter, the Milky Way would be the size of North America. Our nearest star would be just 2 meters away on this scale. The galaxy is a continent of stars, gas, and dust. But even this grand structure is not alone. There are countless other galaxies beyond. For centuries, we thought the Milky Way was the entire universe. Then, astronomers discovered that faint, fuzzy patches were actually other galaxies, entire island universes. Our nearest major neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy, is 2.5 million light-years away. The light we see from it tonight began its journey when our ancestors first walked upright. Andromeda is just one of countless galaxies, spirals, ellipticals, irregulars, scattered across space. The Milky Way and Andromeda are the largest members of the Local Group, a cluster of about 50 galaxies spanning 10 million light-years. Beyond, there are clusters like the Virgo cluster, with thousands of galaxies, and even larger superclusters. Our Local Group is part of the Laniakea supercluster, containing 100,000 galaxies and stretching over 500 million light-years. The scale is almost unimaginable. We've gone from a planet to a star system, to a galaxy, to a universe of galaxies, and the story grows ever larger. How do we measure such vast distances? Astronomers use a cosmic distance ladder. For nearby stars, we use parallax, measuring a star's apparent shift as Earth orbits the Sun. For farther stars and galaxies, we use Cepheid variables, pulsating stars whose brightness reveals their distance. Edwin Hubble used Cepheids to prove Andromeda was a separate galaxy. For the farthest reaches, we rely on Type Ia supernovae, stellar explosions with known brightness. By comparing true and apparent brightness, we calculate distances across billions of light-years. This ladder, from parallax to supernovae, lets us map the universe. It's how we know the scale of everything we see. How big is the universe? We don't know if it's infinite, but we can measure the observable part, the region from which light has reached us since the Big Bang. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old, but because space has expanded, the edge of the observable universe is 46.5 billion light-years away in every direction. That's a sphere 93 billion light-years across, containing at least 2 trillion galaxies. This isn't the edge of the universe, just the limit of what we can see. An observer elsewhere would have their own cosmic horizon. The total universe may be vastly larger, or even infinite. We simply don't know what lies beyond our horizon. But within our observable sphere, the scale is staggering, and it's all accessible to our minds. So, where does this leave us? We live on a small planet, orbiting an average star in a typical galaxy, one of 2 trillion in the observable universe. The cosmic perspective can feel humbling, even unsettling, but it's also liberating. It frees us from the illusion that we're the center of everything. It connects us to something far larger than ourselves. In all this vastness, we know of only one world teeming with life: Earth. The fact that we are small makes what we have here precious. We are the universe's way of knowing itself. Through science, we've measured the unmeasurable and found our place in the cosmos. We are stardust, connected to every star and every galaxy. Why does any of this matter? Because we are explorers, driven by curiosity to know what lies beyond. Studying the cosmos is the ultimate expression of this drive, a journey of intellect and spirit. Astronomy's technologies benefit our daily lives, but its greatest gift is perspective. It inspires, humbles, and unites us, reminding us of our shared journey on this pale blue dot. The light from distant galaxies has traveled billions of years to reach us. Our own light will travel on, carrying news of our existence. We are part of a cosmic story still being written. This perspective encourages us to think beyond ourselves and our time. So next time you look up, remember, you're seeing across trillions of kilometers and billions of years. The universe is not just out there, it's in us. Our quest to understand it is one of humanity's greatest adventures.